Money Mike's Day Trading Live Stream Bonanza, Day Trading Insanity. This is what we're dealing with today. So I got the Robinhood account open. Couldn't start trading until just now. I saw this fat double bottom here, and I was like, this is the perfect time to buy. Unfortunately, I could not buy till right here. And it wasn't right here. It was already up here. So I ain't chasing this. It's C-pop. It's a garbage stock, but I saw this beautiful setup. So this is 4 a.m. This beautiful dip to below yesterday's closing price, I imagine. Yeah, look at that. Perfect opportunity. As I'm waiting for the screener to reset here. So I got Webull up on the other screen. Just keeping an eye on my Avant trade. As you know, we were up yesterday. This is yesterday. Starting to show promise. Like I said, we're just waiting for that net asset value report at this point. I would really like to be day trading my Webull account. So we might set things up a little differently here going forward. Because if I had been able to trade my Webull account this morning, I definitely would have made some money off this C-pop trade. Because I'm definitely alerted right here. Right there. But, I mean, I do this all the time. It's pretty freaking consistent. So, that's why I jumped on. Because, that was a little disheartening. Yes, the microphone is in the correct setting. Yes, we are using our microphone. Yes. Crazy how it's still running, but you see where the VWAP is and stuff. So you get a nice double bottom like that. It's signaling to a lot of people, and then of course right at 7 a.m. when all of the most of the people can trade again, they pour into this thing because it's just flashing green. It's a garbage stock. I'm just gonna throw it out there. All right, it's barely maintaining over 10 cents. It's Chinese. It's overseas, but especially worse because it's a Chinese stock. They basically treat, and you see there's no information on this thing. There's no earnings, nothing. So a 52-week high of $2.61 and a 52-week low of 8 cents. So I definitely would be getting out of it right around now. I would have been done. We would have had a 20-minute trade, 30%, but that lasts. We did not get that. So now I'm just waiting for the screener to reset. It is reset. So now we're going to be looking for a real trade today. You might see some old names. Guy Corey, Splash Beverage might be a nice bottom play, but we're gonna be looking at all these. I kind of like Blue Jay Diagnostics. This current rally might be driven by short covering. You see the 1 week, we stayed above $1, so that's nice. We got a 150 here yesterday, and then it just cranked down. But that's one of those things. You can only do that so many times. So that's one. Cosmo Health, maybe. Park Ha, Jiangsu. Ugh. Did we get? Nope. See what I mean, people? See what I mean? Right now, I'm gonna be looking for something else to come marching up the charts at the moment. Not a huge fan. I hate when they do that. And then what? And then you immediately, yeah, okay, that's great. That's super annoying. So capital structure overhaul 240 for one consolidation, which is crazy. Market cap is 6.49 million. They must have already done that, right? I don't know. That's weird news. It's weird news to send it up so much. So that might be one of those ones that dips. But obviously, it's 7 a.m. We only got one of them hitting a hundo millo right now. And that could just be shorts covering. I know GlucoTrack. I like GlucoTrack. It's not a ton of buying power. I did rework some assets. I'm going to find out what the heck's going on with GlucoTrack. Implantable glucose monitor. So they're just looking for FDA approval to use this long-term glucose monitor. GlucoTrack is right up there with OSRH. And they're basically the same exact price. That's fun, right? So they both do glucose monitoring without needles. Pretty crazy the times we live in. But right now, I have to say, let's see what Sky Quarry's doing here. Unified promissory note. That was on July 2nd. Oh. Yeah, so this might be. So I consolidated. We made these accounts smaller. So basically, a lot of people can scrape together $5,000. Like after after your taxes hit for the year, you have to get your tax refund, something like that. Like it's not that hard to scrape together $5,000, my friends. We're also doing the small account challenge, but like an idiot, I have decided to get my small account into a swing trade. That might not be an idiotic thing. It could end up being a very beautiful thing because this is the swing trade we're into. So obviously, I mean, if we just rock it up, and we're hitting over $1 by the end of the week, I will act like I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm a visionary. Nobody can do it better than me. But of course, until then, there is suffering. So Blue Jay Diagnostics did make it above that 149. DJDX. I'm gonna get rid of a VOT here for a second. Check out this one. Start switching over to the 1 minute chart. It looks basically the same. So we got the 2 something this morning. And we came down and hit the support from yesterday, it appears. Or the resistance from yesterday. So basically it's trying to do a whole support resistance flip right now. Market cap of only 1.2 million. That's the thing. It's a very small amount of money. Could rocket this up. This formation right now, though, this pattern is not great. So you see a double bottom, yes, but that second top, if it can't break through there, this is gonna fall apart, just like it did yesterday. But I'm hoping, basically, what I'm hoping is that shorties were jumping in. Check out that. Yeah, oh yeah. See, shorties jumped in both times. And I mean, it's already crammed right back down. So that's probably most of what we're seeing is the short sellers. That does not necessarily mean that the bulls won't take it and run with it. But still, ultimately, this is the new one. This wasn't on here before. Hong Kong. Restructured capital governance framework. Why is that? What's going on today? Why is that driving a bunch of these? I don't know how deep we're going to have to go to find something decent today. Well, basically waiting till 9:30 every day. In this current market, I mean, as you can see, a beautiful opportunity presented itself at 6:30 this morning. So waiting till 9:30 every day might not be an option anymore. Let's see, now Blue Jay lost that $1.49. Yeah, so waiting till 9:30 every day is becoming a less viable tactic, strategy, etc. But I am not chasing C-pop right now. That time to get in was here. Robinhood, though. Robinhood, you need to get it together, bud. Not being able to trade till 7 is a problem. And I love everything else about your platform. That is literally my only complaint, is that you guys do not allow trading at 4 a.m. Because your competitors do. Don't get me wrong. I like Webull is an amazing product. It's good. It's very good. I get a lot of information. A lot of good information. A lot of stuff that I don't see on Robinhood. But it's just not being able to trade till 7. It is a problem. So basically, we're in the hurry up and wait thing. Definitely not chasing C-pop. Volume is dying out. Although we are getting an engulfing green candle. Typically, that's a great place to buy. Oofda. Right to the 764. This will probably go deeper though. As you see how we had a bottom. Granted, it was pre-market, and now we're bottoming out lower. It is an opportunity, without a doubt. I'll try to go for like $1.50 to 2 here. Oh, AI viewers. Oh, so good. Thanks for that. Because this is kind of like $1.25. We're good. We got a lot of buyers. We got some little bit of a struggle bus up here. Cosmos Health is starting to step up. What do these options look like? Oh, we got 50-cent options for July 17th. Oh, and they're cheap. They are cheap. Cosmos Health repurchased 220,000 shares at 22 cents each. I cannot buy options. Huh. I cannot buy options till 9:30. That's a solid options play. they're repurchasing shares. I mean, that's a solid day trade. That news did drop 16 hours ago, so somewhere right before the close of the day yesterday, and it hasn't done much since. Let's get a little bit more on this. Insiders are buying. Short interest is high. They are about to drop positive earnings. See, this is what we would call a perfect little ooh, look at that. Look at that. That was pre-market. So they dropped the news. I swear to God with you. Okay. So sorry. So sorry. This. This is a beautiful thing. And normally I wouldn't buy at this point in the pattern. But this right here is insane. Like, what is the purpose of that? Unless they're buying shares and then issuing more shares right on top of it. So, like, a share buyback is huge. And obviously the short interest is pretty crazy right now. Market cap's only 16.79 million. They're looking at dropping positive earnings in about a month. Oh yeah, those 50-cent calls right here. Not July. We'll go August for after earnings. 10 cents a pop right now. Ooh. Definitely gonna be keeping those in mind. But this right here is a beautiful pattern. So if I can get 4 per dollar. We're going for it. We're going for it. It might be a dip because you just see where, like, in the pattern we bought, there might be a dip. This might be also, like, the beginning of a breakout. But I like the news here. I don't think it digested well yesterday, and obviously with the short sellers out there, something like this, you know, they might try to quash it down, which is fine. But you just see where the buying pressure is going and stuff. Obviously the volume, not great at the moment, but still. I'm not sweating it. So share buybacks are some of the best things that you can get into with a stock. And you see how it's coming down. Like if you look, the order book is thin. So this is all just these are all limit buys that are going in where they're putting the limit price either really high or limit. These are all limit transactions that are going. Shut up, dude. These are all limit transactions that are going in, and they're putting the bid or the ask price either really high or really low. So they basically just execute immediately. And I think out of all the things I saw here on the screener, see, it's marching up. Like Cosmos was down here, and now with the volume, it is totally marching up. It's probably going to meander here for a while between 245 and 25. Like I said, this entry point was not great, but I have infinitely more faith in something like this today than, say, C-Pop, which, God only knows. And we're going negative here for the moment, which is fine. Like I said, that not the greatest place to buy in the pattern. I should have waited for a dip. But given past price history, that's to be expected. We're definitely going to be revisiting these highs here eventually. See, this happened at, super early in pre-market. When would they have announced the share repurchase? Probably somewhere around here. I'm not too worried. Obviously, price target on this one is 100%. I'm going for 100% on this one. I want to see this thing hit 50 cents a share. They're clearly trying to get this back above $1 before earnings, so they don't have to even talk about a reverse split. But we're going to dip here for a little bit. We're going to go into the red. It's something that I kind of expected. We made a knee-jerk trade on this one. We full ported too. But I am not worried. Crazy pre-market action. Clearly, someone is trying to exit a short position or something here. Because you're just seeing, you see volume die down. Oh, and then you can see the little volume thing up in the top part of this window. So volume is low, but we are kicking back up with lower volume. This is an interesting one. Obviously, right now, VWAP. I don't understand why I don't have VWAP on this right now. There we go. So they're buying back shares. And they've been slowly going up. They bottomed out around 17 cents. If you look at the 1 month chart, it's actually pretty decent. Let's get back to those 1 minute candles. That's actually a nice pattern. We're just hoping right now that a handle's going to start to form. All right. So we found our free market trade. Ooh, C-Pop. Yeah, C-Pop might have been the better one. I just don't. It doesn't have the news driving it. This is straight up hype train. I need something a little more concrete. Go back and check out Avant. Obviously, VWAP's all over the place. Regular VWAP, auto anchored VWAP. And now we're in it. And then this is how it goes, people. It's, oh. I'm watching buy orders crawl up the books. 3,001 that went through. Another one. So people are purchasing trenches of this stock, slowly but surely. And I'm watching the bid orders climb up the 2.4s. It's interesting because you can't do market buys and pre-market. So that part's kind of nice. So you can actually see all the transactions going through without, bringing up the historical order book. This thing might crank down pretty hardcore at these levels, but this is definitely looking double bottom, cup handle, your stereotypical patterns. That crushed down this morning, that was people from last night getting out who bought. It was also short sellers piling on for the negative price action. I think we're definitely going to rebound. I think we'll probably see 30 cents here inevitably. At least 27, 28 relatively soon here. The volume's good. But we're just chilling. We're caffeinated. And I will definitely be eyeing this thing up for some options regardless of what happens with this trade this morning. But I like the price action. I am actually like the fact that there's not a ton of volume pouring in at the moment. People obviously did a hit and run on this thing super early in pre-market. And typically what I've found when you see these massive pre-market gains like that super early in the morning, it's usually short sellers covering. I don't know why. I think maybe they get liquidated out of their position. They have a stop loss and, it hit or what have you. But the early morning trading has definitely picked up steam as of late. With everything going on, retail traders, they're getting up super early. They're jumping into trades. And yeah, this one just has good concrete news. It was 16 hours ago, so a lot of people have started digesting it. But that means nothing. Like CPOP's already dying out. Blue Jay Diagnostics, I did not like it. I have not seen anything else come up here. Like I said, GlucoTrack is kind of good, but they're like, hey, FDA. Hey, that's their news. This is them going, hey, FDA. Only concrete news that I'm seeing that's going to be a good price driver is that Cosmos Health is buying up shares at 22 cents. So I view that 22 cents as a nice floor. Like I said, we might lose the plot here for a little while on this trade. Like you see, we're going red now. Not a big deal. Should have just eyed up my entry point a little bit better. Like it dipped under 22, and obviously the share repurchase. Like see here, you have a huge buy at 100 through to 32,000, 22.50. So we might get down to there. We might bounce off the 24 right now. It's hard to say, but this one right here, this is gonna be the hopefully my only trade today. I've noticed that one of my biggest issues. See, I don't like the fact that the price doesn't change up here where I can see it. You know? No. It is accurate. The asks are thin. Thin. Like this sell went in at 27, but there's not much. 35 cents is the next, right up here, the next big buy. And then down here, 22.5. We just got to let this play out. I like this too. Insider buying up millions of shares. They got in at 18 cents. Good for them. Beautiful entry point. But you can see, bought on the open market. The CEO, CFO, and then you see automatic buy, $2.35 million, 2.35 million shares. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see. I can tell you our exact entry point, unfortunately, was 0.2491. So basically, our entry point was about 25 cents. Not the greatest entry point, but sometimes, whatever. Not that big of a deal. Alrighty. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. Should have eyed my entry point a little bit better, but I don't care. This is basically the pick of the day. Yeah, out of the top 10. And it's number 4, so it's not bad. I'm expecting 24 cents here to be the next bounce off point. I think, this guy's going to get kind of bored down there. So I'm not worried that we're starting this trade off red. It actually happens quite a bit. Timing the entry can be a little more difficult than you think. So I have to go to the bathroom though. morning time. The caffeine's hitting.
I'll be right back.
All right. I'm back to break even basically on this one. Everybody thinks, day trading. Yeah, it's crazy, man. What's happening? You see this stuff? We're buying this. No, it's super freaking boring, people. If you're doing it right, it's super boring. As you can see, especially when you're buying pre-market. It's gonna be just kind of boring. It's numbers, it's math, it's instinct, lack of emotions. Got no emotions. I think I'm supposed to be taking someone to dinner tonight. I thought it was today. I thought she said something about Tuesday, but I'm not seeing it in the text messages. Maybe I dreamt it. Not not a huge fan of this price action. Let's get that out the way. Let's look at this. I mean, it's definitely not horrible, but it's not great. We bounced off 24, so hopefully that's our new support. But you can see low to no volume on these ones. The buys are there. It's got the momentum going for it. That is for sure. But that pop, that was seems to be a mostly pre-market thing. Still, my instinct on which stock has been the solid play has been pretty good. We're 6 out of 6. Granted, a lot of those I did not have actual skin in the game. So that would be kind of funny if we jump into a trade and we get walked on. I'm literally just gonna laugh at that point. Cause as you can see, like we did get that green candle that wiped out a bunch of red candles. Usually a very good sign, but it's getting walked down now. You still have that giant buy order at 22.5. So I'm saying maybe could have had a better entry point, but at the same token, I'm still rolling with it. I think if anything, like I'll average down with a small account. You see, like that buy order that just went through, bam, bam. Like volume's not great though. 48,092. Still, it is ramping up. Like that was 61,000. So obviously, Shorty's trying to crush this thing down. But everything I'm seeing from this stock, from the insider buys, the positive earnings for the first time coming up, like this is going to be a solid play today. But this will be one of those plays that it has to mature. But in all, the price action is still good. Yeah, who knows? We might actually jump out of a VOT completely today. You know, maybe I'll go back in later. See, if you look at the pattern here, it looks beautiful. And that's why the candles are so much more important. They're just going to give you a better overall pattern of minute by minute how these trades are playing out. We've definitely reached cup and handle territory. Granted, it would have been nice to get in here right after 7-ish. You know, down here. That would have been epic. But I'm liking this as a day trade for the day. Let's see, is it bouncing up? No, it actually got bounced down. But, I mean, regardless of what happens here, I am probably going to go for those options. Sioux Group is looking like it might be the one today. Yeah. Restructure capital. And at the tip ranks article, the short selling's already done. So this is usually not a great sign because that means there's people that make a lot of money shorting this stock. So let's see. Oh yeah. See, it came up for one day. And then by the end of the day, back down again. Granted, right now, it looks beautiful. This is what I'm talking about with this stuff. You have to have the wherewithal to find something that's going to be solid for the day, solid gains. And I know if you're looking at this chart, it does not look great. We dropped under here, but this is short selling pressure. And basically what will end up happening is if the short sellers can't crank this thing down, because we'll see. So 1600 is 4 o'clock. So at 4 o'clock yesterday, we were at 27 cents. I'm assuming this is when they announced the buyback, the repurchase of shares. And even there, we were at 24. Like I said, with that pre-market volume, that pre-market action, that rise to, 36, 37 cents, that's our target. But at the same token, something like this, I would not be surprised to see 50 cents today. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and start looking at options. I'm going to start looking at options in the other. I want to see how to access options on a Webull. Here we go. Because that's what we might end up doing. Yeah, so they closed at 26.99, 27 cents yesterday. See, obviously, I'm going to go out to August with these options because I don't think this stock's done. This stock's been popping up quite a bit. You can't see my Weeble. And yes, that is on purpose. The small account, part of our page's small account challenge. But the thing I'm thinking with this one is that, Dumb Money's had their run with this. They closed yesterday at 27 cents. They went up crazy this morning. Obviously, shorts covering. And then new shorts jumped in, which is smart. Ride that thing from 36 to 22. That's crazy. But we will be going back. You see this auto anchored VWAP. We will be going back to that as we get closer to market open. And if not, that's fine. I mean, overall, as far as the entire day goes, I am very confident with my pick. See, this is the problem sometimes with the day trading live stream. I'm gonna buy something and then just sit here and monitor it. And there's only so much I could talk about. No, we're at 24.5 again. We're to 24.15. Oh, it went down a little bit. Oh, now we're back up 24.56. That would just. Oh God. Oh God. Sounds horrible. I mean, oh. See, how are the markets doing in general right now? See, Nasdaq is down, SPY is down. They were up yesterday. They're down in pre-market though, so I kind of imagine that they will regain. Bitcoin is up this morning. Bitcoin's actually looking really good this morning. Looks like Snail did the reverse split. Oh, Snail did their reverse split. It's definitely one I'll be eyeing up for the next earnings. Without a doubt. Oh, look at that. We're going green. We're going green. Big old green candle. Let's see if we maintain here. Definite cup and handle action. 20,000 shares. Every penny I make $200. And as you can see, I got my sell order all lined up here. I'm not even thinking about it right now. I'd love to see it, you know, go, either go sideways right here, not do much, or just completely take off. We have 7,000 on the bid, 1,000 on the ask, almost no resistance up top. Very little resistance above us. And again, not a ton of buying pressure below us, so. We are definitely starting to launch, though. Which is nice. Like I said, we'd like to see it hit 27 again before market opens. I think the shorties are going to be a little more skittish on this one. I know this is the first time that I've gotten into a trade in a while that I was like, all right, this is chill. We might go red. No big deal. I just hope it doesn't go up too much. And then, the options get expensive when the market opens. Because, so we're up a little over a penny now. About a penny and a quarter. We got in around 25. We're setting a new high, so I don't think 26 is going to be the end here. We have, like I said, we have no resistance till 27. But, it's going to do its thing. They're putting in sell orders at the 2575. Trying to walk it down. 3,000 shares, though. That's going to get gobbled up. Just like that. Just like that. Oh, and they put another 1,000 shares. See, this is what short sellers do. So you saw the 3,000 share order went in at 25.75, right? Got gobbled up. Went back to 26. So then they put in another 1,000 sell order at 25.75. And that's how they'll try to walk it down with low volume. Like, this thing's gonna want to go up to that auto anchored VWAP because that's basically coincides with the closing price yesterday at 4 p.m. That seller's trying to sell. And then that's it. Gobbled up again. Let's see if they try to do it again. This will be interesting because it went right back to 26. Oh, 200. Now they're just doing 200. Are they running out of powder? Yep, 26. Yeah, they're getting wiped out. They don't have enough capital, I think. And now we have a 9,000 buy order at 26. See, that's how it happens. They're trying to walk it down. And basically what'll happen is that guy was a short seller, not just a penny flipper. And it rips in their face. See, now we had 4,000 at 26. That got eaten up in a second. We got a buyer at 25.79. Yeah. So our next meaningful resistance should be 27 at this point. And they're doing it again. Another 2,000 shares at 25.75. That has to be a short seller. There's no way a penny flipper is sitting there. Unless they bought. Now we got 20,000 at 26. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I know that's making them nervous. That is making them nervous. I mean, 6,000 of the shares just got eaten up. But still, that provides like a nice floor. Now you see buy orders creeping up. And now we're starting to get into actual resistance here. You can see those orders. Oh, this is fun. It's fun because it's going green. And you can see another 15,000 buy order. That's crazy. And I bet that same... See, it'd be really interesting because it's like faceless, nameless traders. They're just numbers on a screen. It would be really interesting if like we had a wallet addresses like you do with cryptocurrency, and you could see exactly who's like some kind of identifier. So you could see exactly who is buying and selling. So it's interesting because that 25.75, resistance where they were selling. I'm now starting to see bid orders come in there in the thousands. Yeah, see how they walk it down to 3,000 shares? See, now we got 7,000 buying at 25.75. 2,000 selling at 26. That person was up in like the 26.5 range. That could be the same person that was selling at 25.75. But you see the bid orders that are coming in now far, far outweigh those asks. Which is crazy. So it's like that's what short sellers will do. They rarely ever throw in like big block buys like the buyers will. And instead, they will try to walk down the price with small limit orders, and they'll keep moving them around. You see those 13,000 came back at 26. So like they're battling it out. And this isn't like barbarians with swords, like a spectacle, blood in the sand. Nothing like that. But I mean, you're seeing what's happening right here in real time. You see these orders come in, go back out, come in, go back out. The person's changing the limit price. So this is almost, you kind of almost have an advantage. Like, look, now it's 15K at 26. So you kind of almost have an advantage here because they have to put in limit orders. See, now those sells at 26 just got wiped out. Now we have 30,000 on the bid side in the low 26s. That's crazy. And that didn't go through. They're moving that. That is crazy. I mean, that 14,000 might have got wiped out, but I highly doubt it. That looked like they just moved their order. They canceled their order. It's crazy. Don't forget, we still got this giant freaking support here, 132,000. So we'll go check out where our next meaningful 35 cents, 114,000. That's why that's my target on this. Obviously, if this starts to pick up steam here in pre-market on volume, which it won't take much, 3 million, it'll surpass Blue Jay Diagnostics. Another 8 million in volume, we'll get into the top 3. This one's dying out, so I imagine volume's going to fall out on this one soon. And yeah, it is yesterday's news as far as this thing goes. But I like it. Not really liking the price action right now, but this is pretty typical. Like the one buy order share at 26 is pretty wild. I got this on deck, so if I feel like bailing on this trade, I'll just click over here and we'll sell. I got 20,000 shares though, so it might walk the price down. It might not be beneficial for me to sell. Right now I'm at 220 profit, so I might only get 110 profit. And as you can see, they're still walking it down. And they are walking it down. They're walking it down with low volume. I'm assuming those buy orders just went away. Because like 17,000, 18,000, 81. They might have been gobbled up, but what we're going to be looking for now is 25-cent support. So you saw those two big green candles here. You know, these two big green candles, 150,000 shares traded. And then it took a lot of little small red candles to walk it down. Minimal volume, 23,000, 17,000. So I'm hoping the buy orders start coming in at 25. And it just shoots us back up. And I love to see basically two big green candles again. Wipes out all these red candles. Puts the fear of God in our short sellers. As this thing works its way back up to 27 cents by open. Man, it's crazy sitting here and like analyzing this. You see that. The one big buy brought that thing to 26. Oh, here's our short seller again. 25.75. And he's gone. Ate that right up. Right to 26 again. That's freaking hilarious. That's what we wanted to see. It was 25-cent support. A little SR flip action. Hour into market open. Oh, not that. We don't want to see that. Yeah, the shorties are starting to play hardball. Saw that big ask order come in. It got eaten up. Now they're walking it down. Didn't get eaten up. They're walking it down. See it pop up, gone. Pop up, gone. That's hilarious. So volume should be picking up on this. We got 32 million now. Yeah. This one's dying out though, so people are looking for other opportunities. This one looks like it's basically dead. Oh, we got a new one. CCH Holdings. That doesn't sound good. Yep. Already not liking it. No info. No earnings. Like, what is up with that, man? What is up with that? At this point, I am 100% full ported into Cosmo today. That one's done pretty well by me. I am texting a woman. That's right. I'm texting a woman. She is very nice. I like her face. Oh, the order book is definitely slim on this one. We walked it down with a big old $25.99 sell. And that 25.75 seems to be a sticking point. But like I said, we got 25-cent support. At least in the short term here. The near term. It bounced. So as we get closer to opening now, 1 hour left. Just under an hour left. Really want to see this thing start to step up to the closing price from yesterday. Obviously, with the volume we saw this morning, and yesterday, yeah, see the closing price, and this morning, man, I think a few shorters got wiped out this morning. I think that was really the driving force here. And who knows? One of those guys might have had some dry powder, but this crush down was crazy. Paper hands bailing. So really, like, if you were to draw a Fibonacci on this, it's not great. You could go for multi-day. You could go for the 1 week. And that would actually be more interesting to me. So 1 week Fibonacci. We'll do the wicks. So basically we came down and hit the 764. Interesting. This morning. If I didn't have to wait till 7 to trade, and I had been watching this one, that is definitely where I would have bought. Right at this 764. But that's healthy. So now we wanted to come back up to 27, which was the closing price from yesterday. So right around here. Definitely wanted to come back up to 27 now. That would be the healthiest thing before market open. And basically wipe out any and all pre-market trading. Like wipe out the importance of it. Oop. But as you can see right now, we're battling a little bit. Just hoping that nobody comes in here with about $1 million wanting to try to make some money shorting this thing today. So we hit 25 cents before. It'd be nice to at least hit that again. Blue Jay Diagnostics lost a plot. I'm glad I didn't get into that one because there was nothing but pain there. Sioux Group has definitely dropped under $1. It might regain it. It's definitely not looking good. And C-Pop actually had a nice bounce here at 820. So that was cool. But if you look at, where it was and where it's going, so we got the lower low, lower high, and honestly, it looks like it's going to form a little head and shoulders action here. So let's get rid of all these charts. Now we have a 22,000 share buy at 25 cents. See, this is what I was talking about. This is what we need right here. It wipes out all the sell orders all the way to 27. Though it did get eaten up pretty quick. But still, that's the biggest orders I'm seeing are on the buy side. So it's like a 20,000 buy order came in and 17,000 of those shares gone. It'd be funny to see them start walking the price up. You see the 3,000 orders. Nope, we got our 3,000 guys back. Trying to sell at 25 now. Let's see, is this thing gonna drop under 25 right now? It's a moment of truth. Be a dip and then rip type action? Or are we gonna have a red trade? Like I said, auto anchored VWAP is just over 27 cents. We are right at 25 right now. order book is getting thin again. We got 23,000 volume on this candle right now. It's not bad. Right now it is a green candle still. I don't know why the chart bounces around like that. You guys see that? That's crazy. Yeah, see, the thing with this is the volume's pittered out, so. Which is honestly kind of a good thing. Like you can see, we've dropped down to 6th now. That's because CCH is marching up, which is fine. I found that usually the best gainers, Theriva Biologics, Rockville, Maryland, metastatic pancreatic trial, interesting. Double bottom around 26. We had a pre-market of 30. Still not as good. Not as good. I step away and it goes up. I should just like not watch it. I do this for you guys though. I do this for you guys. Yeah. I mean, call me crazy. I'm just thinking, fundamentals and everything else. I think this stock is going to be the pick of the day today. We had a consolidation, so you can see it's been marching for a week. But if you look at the 1 month chart, we're at a critical price point. So it's probably why I closed at 27. So a couple weeks ago when we ran, but if you go back to the 3 month, this is what I'm targeting right here. 40 cents. And this is before they started buying back shares. They have now repurchased a total of 3.6 million shares for $700,000 under its share repurchase program, with authorizes buybacks of up to $5 million. So you have $5 million in share repurchases. Granted, this is just a day trade. What is Avant doing? Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Small account is up. So the small account is now up 20% overall. We're up to 600. I did not realize that this was happening. I mean, we were just looking at a stock where a 37,000 volume candle was not great. And then we're over here where, a 37,000 volume candle is absolutely fantastic. 7,000 for that one. We're stepping up to 59. That's beautiful. Now my small account's been into this one for a couple weeks. It's been a rough ride. Granted, nothing crazy. This could end up being a lot rougher for us today. Just saying. But still, we're around break even. Obviously, buying, this is why you don't buy into a run up, even though it looks good. Because we had 24.5 here support. And then we're trying to build a support at 25, which is looking good, but we might dip right now. But obviously, it's going to be drawn back to 27 like a magnet. It's going to want to be at least. And there's our 18,000 share purchase at 25. I wonder if that's the company itself. Because if I were them, I would incrementally keep buying shares at certain pre-planned prices. So once we get out of the 22-cent range, I would then just have, a certain amount of shares, another 220,000, 200,000, something like that, where I'm buying more shares at 25 cents now. Because you see this massive buy order at 25 cents, and it doesn't want to fill. They do not, like a short seller see that, and they will get rid of their sells because they will be selling into this, which will be stupid. So if I'm a short seller and I'm trying to short sell 5,000 shares right now, the last thing I want to do is short sell 5,000 shares into that block buy because it's going to gobble it up, and then after that, other short sellers might see that. They might start covering. You see that did not get eaten up. That was 18,000 shares, and right now our volume on the candle's only 2,650. Like, those did not get gobbled up. Ooh, what was that? Oh, she's gonna start. She's gonna start, guys. She's about to get going here, and it's either going to be good or bad. We don't know. Let's flip a coin. Let's flip a coin. Heads, heads for profit. Tails for failure. We got tails. Mother. Oh, there's our block buy again. I would not be surprised if that's the company itself repurchasing shares. And then this morning, hey, we bought back this many shares at 25 cents now. Whammo. Whammy. Yeah, because at this point, they're going to catch up to Blue Jay Diagnostics. Let's see, did we get that Head and Shoulders? Oh, no, we did not. She stepped up. Good for her. Good for her. Couldn't have happened to a better person. VOT's still at 59 cents. Nice. Nice. I would love to see that thing freaking just take off today, you know, like a freaking rocket. I got this small account, and I was really hoping to be farther along with this thing right now. Love to have them drop some crazy news here in about 8 minutes and just watch this thing melt people's faces off. That would be incredible. Just melt their faces off. And then that'll give my small account a really, really nice boost. Because it's been a few weeks. The pressure's been low because Crypto Corey has not funded an account yet. And granted, nothing against him, you know. He's living his life. He's doing all kinds of stuff. We're at very different boats to where I'm, you know, trying to transition into a different career path here. And he's, you know, starting over in a new city, which can be rough. So, like, I get it. I just don't want to feel like I had an unfair advantage, you know? Not many people know this about me, but my drink of choice is tequila. And when I do go out and I'm drinking tequila, I always have a driver. Oh, we're getting volume. 75K. I always have a driver. Be smart. Don't drive drunk. Not financial advice. But if I've had too much tequila, I start thinking about getting into a fight, which is stupid. I will, of course, try to justify it in my mind that I'm the good guy. And those two dudes over there, they're bothering that girl. Yeah, I can tell. They're bothering that girl. I bet they're trying to drug her. I'll do some crazy drunk scenario in my head like that. And I'll always pick, you know, two dudes because I feel like 1v1 is an unfair advantage. You know, I feel like the 1 versus 1, that's just unfair. You know, I mean, you see the size of me. That would just be cruel to do, you know, to another man. So I'll find two guys that are both bigger than me, and then I'll get my ass kicked. But hey, at least I didn't take advantage of a smaller person. And I totally joke around. I'll think about starting a fight, but my friends are good people. You know, they don't instigate it and stuff. And the guy that I go out with most of the time, he would be right in there with me. Don't start fights at bars. Not financial advice. All right. Well, we're trying to build new support here at 25. This is basically where we need to bounce. I'm seeing big buy orders coming in. Volume started spiking. Although those shares got gobbled up, but that won't work for long. You see this big spike up before. Like, it's still a good pattern. If it breaks the 25, it becomes a bad pattern. But obviously, looking at everything else happening today with the stocks. Yeah, I like where I'm at. I like where I'm at. If the trade doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Like I said before, we got two different accounts going. This one's doing nicely. So we're definitely forming the cup. I don't think we're going to get a handle here. You don't get handles on this stock. So next meaningful resistance is 66 and then 74 on Avalanche Treasury. But because of everything that's been going on with this stock, oh, we lost the plot, guys. We lost the plot. Oofda. Oh, on small volume. Small volume, too. Like, what, 28,000? So we had this green candle, 84,000. And then just now, 28,000 cranked this price down. So now we're going with old support at 24.5. You know, we're shooting right back up. So if we do get this engulfing green candle right now, life is good. If anything, that is just confirmation. Hey, buddy, not the stock to short today. And hopefully they cover it. But like I said, we're at break even now. So I'm not bailing on this one. It wasn't quite an engulfing green candle, but to have that sell and then just have this buy back up, and now if they're eyeing their price target as a short seller, all they're seeing is this massive buy down here. That could be the company itself. So I'm not worried. Like I said, I made this account smaller. We're rocking 5,000. So I got 10 times what I got in the small when I started with the small account. 10 times that. I'm trying to be a little bit smarter here. But like I said, we're hoping for 35, 36. Really, we're hoping for 36 today. 36 today would be lit. That's over $2,000 in profit for me with this newer, smaller account. Obviously, right now it's not looking good. We're touching the 618. Yes, that's exactly what's happening. We are touching the 618 right now. So we came down, touched a 764, bounced off the 0.5. Now we're at the 618. Flushing out the weak hands. But daddy ain't worried. Cause see this volume? Millions of volume. Yeah, let's actually check that out. Let's check out how much volume actually went into dropping this. Okay, it was decent volume. So our morning time penny flippers trying to get their profit in. Ooh, back to 25. Hope the shorties get out, man. You know, as a long, this is slightly disconcerting. It's a little annoying. But if I was a short, I'd be way worried. We just literally touched the 618. And if we start ripping back towards the point 0.5 now in the Fibonacci, so 26 cents, we're probably going to rock it right by it, given the close yesterday at 27. So, but obviously this one is non-compliant. They're buying back shares to get compliant again. So I got to hand it to them. Putting their money where their mouth is. Oh. We're over 25 again. Yeah, this is super freaking boring, isn't it? I know anybody watching this right now is just like super freaking bored. No, we got a gap there. That probably has to do with the close price yesterday. You get some gaps up because we're getting closer to open market. And largely, most of the time, what you see in like pre-market, post-market, the extended hours trading, usually is not super meaningful. But see, oh, another gap up. That's crazy. So we're less than 30 minutes to open. Camera cord's in the way. And obviously, if the company announces that they're now buying shares at 25 cents, forget about it. This thing is going right back to April highs. They just keep ratcheting up the price. Like, we're going to keep doing it to we're $1 a share, motherfuckers. I mean, that would be beautiful. Like, if I was the company and I'm talking about doing share repurchases, like, I know you got to be careful what you say. And you can't... What was the volume on that? Oofda, 42,000? What was the volume on the one before it? Only 10,000, 13,000, 14,000 on that last big red candle. Like, I'm not going to just be like, oh, we purchased this many shares at this price. And we have over $4 million of dry powder to use this year to keep buying back shares. I would be like, we're going to keep ratcheting up the price that we're buying shares at. We're going to keep doing that at 3-cent increments. As the price goes up, we're going to keep providing a floor for our share price. And we're going to keep doing that till this is at $1 a share again. Like, if they got to actually do it after that, too. But with $5 million right now, if you were to put $5 million into this stock, you're going to crank the price up to 40 cents like that. With just your own block buys. I feel like if they were smart, they would, put a goal in mind. Like, hey, and then people are going to gravitate towards this thing because the company's basically saying, hey, we're going to make sure this thing doesn't get crushed down by short sellers. Because this has definitely been a short seller target. But you look at these insiders. They're buying this one right here, 18 cents, 4.4 million shares. That's with their own money. Some bought on the open market, automatic buys that the CFO and the CEO are making. They're buying those with their own money. And look at the short interest right now. 20%. Some of that was this morning. Guaranteed some of that was this morning, them getting walked on. But now we probably have shorties, revenge trading, into this repurchase, which is crazy. Oh, was I not? Oh yeah, I didn't want to show you guys the actual amount. Oh, I'm gonna sing you a song. You're welcome. I don't think Avant is doing much. Avant. It has not been doing much. That AVAT. This AVAT stack ain't doing much right now. I don't know why they do this. I want to see the order book. I don't want to see the order book at $3. Nobody has shares going in at $3. This is a much thinner order book. All right. It'll be interesting to see what happens as we're going into open market here. Cosmos is at 25.5 cents. That's the only meaningful thing that I have in the day trading account. The small account is basically a day trading account. And we are at 600-ish on that. So you're up 20% on the small account at the moment, my peoples. And I'm expecting that to just go nuts here eventually. This stock right here, man, they have to do something to get it back above $1. They're obviously not going to do a share repurchase thing. They might. I'm not going to say obviously like it can't happen. They definitely might. You never know what might happen. But I'm confident in these trades right now. I'm liking it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Just like I said, we're going to want to go back to 27 before open. That's the only meaningful sell on the books. And then from there, if we can chew through that, next resistance is 30 cents. And then like you see, there's not much up to 35. I mean, obviously, you know me, time over cash flow. If this thing goes insane this morning, and if this thing does go insane this morning, volume is still 33 million. Definitely need them to announce like another share buyback or something. I want to see this thing just melt people's faces off. Looks like it wants to form a cup right now. We are getting that annoying short seller again, putting in their sell orders at 2575. You know who you are. You know what you're doing. Oofta. Come on. Come on, Cosmo. Where's Wanda, Cosmo? It's definitely not what I was expecting. Still, we're rocking this in an open market. 0 fucks given. Oh. And then we have a $56,000 buy at 26 cents. It happens quick when it happens. Happens real freaking quick. Now we're putting in a stop loss at 26. That's a guaranteed over $200 profit. Ooh, she got close. You see that? She got close. Oh, she's close again. But after that huge buy, I do not think this thing will ratchet down under 26. That was crazy. I think they're going to keep bringing it down to just over 26, which is fine. It'll be before market opens, and we'll already have made a laborer's daily rate. And then, like I said before, I'll get into those options at that point. Because I don't want to, queue up a wash sale loss. But if you do the options for dirt cheap, and I'll probably get about $500 of those, 50 cents for August, they are dirt cheap. That was crazy. It skipped right over my stop loss. Right over my stop loss. We made money. We're going to wait for this to open. To refresh it to see how much money we made. It wasn't much. Spent a couple hours. We made $50 an hour on that one. I might buy back an Avat. That was just getting ugly. To have that massive buy go in and then have that, as far as like a day trading stock goes, like, to have that giant green candle turn into this is just crazy. Just crazy. So I think out of all these, and like I said, I'm converting this play into an options play as soon as the market opens. I'm going to go for a longer time frame. So basically, I'm going to go... We'll actually check them out right now. So we got October. The 50-cent calls are 15 cents for October. So we got August, was a little over a month. We got 10 cents there. January 15th, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time, and they're only 15 cents. Yeah, that price should have just rocketed up to 27 this morning. And I think because of the way we lost the 27 cent from yesterday, and we're down technically right now, that I might be able to get those options for about 10 cents. And we're gonna put about $1,000 into that. And then we might make another day trade today because I'm kind of liking the price action on this. But at this point, because we're so close to open, I'm going to wait for open. You get to be with me for like 2.5 hours today. And like I said, we might actually go in on a day trade with this guy. it would not be a wash sale because I sold these shares yesterday around here. So I'll wait till after open. As you can see, VWAP is 55. So I'll wait till after open. Maybe we get a dip. I dip, you dip, we dip. We got about 6 minutes now. So we're chilling. All of a sudden, Blue Jay Diagnostics is starting to look pretty good again, too. Had that nice dip to $1.37. Like I said, we're looking for an open market order. Cosmo's getting hammered. That's crazy. Yes, yesterday would have been the day to day trade that. Granted, we got out with a profit. Now we're going long term. Stop it. Hey, nobody cares. Ooh, Cosmo just dropped even more, dude. That is crazy. So I put in a buy at 10 cents for $1,000 worth of contracts. And the markets are now open. Cosmos is dipping. So I'll show you my order. My order right now is partially filled. I only got 9 contracts, but I am not changing that price because I'll show you them right now. Right here, I am not changing that price with Cosmo dipping in the open now. So I would have got wrecked if I stayed in that day trade. Still, I managed to pick up 9 contracts at 10 cents, which is crazy. Or dipping more. That's not going to stick, though. Guaranteed. And sure enough, Blue Jay was definitely the one. Obviously, we're gonna be careful now. Oh my bet on the men's U.S. soccer team definitely failed. It did not go well. See, the problem now, because of the tax wash sales, is like I can't get back into Cosmo even if I wanted to. Not at a lower price, although it's not that much lower. Yeah, I'm doing it. Put in a limit price of 15 cents. And they're trading at 13 cents, so that automatically dropped the balance of my account. Because 100 contracts is a lot. But we literally started seeing a reversal. So this play is now in options. 50-cent calls for January. So I gave myself basically the entire time that they're going to be repurchasing shares. Now, right now, this is just a consolidation phase. This is shorters doing what they do. Not worried about it. Will not be checking up on it. Now I'm just going to be waiting for a dip. On something else. Like you see, we're already like, but that right there, that sucks. Like, granted, I'd be back above even now, but I'd rather run with this options play because basically I'm not gonna think about or worry about this. So basically, I bought dirt cheap 50-cent calls on this stock, 100 contracts worth. It's like 10,000 shares. It's the right to buy 10,000 shares. So on a day trade right now, and granted, it might be stupid, but whatever. But on a day trade right now, I'd be all freaked out. I'd be like, oh God, we're dropping in the 24s. Knowing that, see, why does it do this? Does the order book shoot all the way up to $3? It's always $3 too. So, but now instead of worrying about that, you know, it's just like, all right, it's going to do its stupid price action stuff. Shorters are going to try to squash it down, which is stupid. Why you would go after a stock that's repurchasing shares is just, it's stupid to me. But hey, you know, everybody's different. This one's actually looking good. I did get a couple good red candles. That's 350 in volume. That's not a good red candle. 36,000 in volume, but like these candles are double that. 22,000 in volume. So the small account is looking good too. We might yeah. Sioux Group fell apart. CCH is actually looking pretty good. But I think out of any of them, I like Blue Jay Diagnostics the best. The borrow rate's crazy. Open price of $1.51. It's a low today, the high today, $1.75. Market cap is nothing. No hedge funds own this. Recently had decent short interest. I don't know where earnings are going to be. This one's been in and out of the cycle. So BJDX. Cosmos back to 25. Very nice. I think this one's gonna battle it out, but I think it's gonna end up being good. And like I said, I have the options now. So this one, on the other hand, this one went all the way down to the 881. Man, this is the one I should have been watching, apparently. Get in at the 881. So we know this is the 0.5. I'm not gonna buy into a runner like this. That's how you get wrecked. the 0.382. Granted, this happened at 4 or 5 in the morning. Are we going to get a dip like this again? Probably not. But if we hit the 0.5 here, because that was the 764. Oh, look at that. And my camera died. My camera died. Oh my god. No more camera for you guys. Oh, look at that. Oh. Double bottom. Is this halted right now? No. But yeah, those 50-cent calls, I mean, getting them for what, an average price of, let's see what my average price is on these. Oh, you son of a bitch. My average cost is basically 15 cents, which is fine because that's time. So those are good for over 6 months. So that's the time part of it, is where all that cost comes from. But if this stock goes to $1, basically insane money. 100 contracts. If this goes to $1, it's 50 grand. Woo! That's crazy to think about. Absolutely insane to think about. Yeah, $500 a contract, 100 contracts. Yeah, if it goes to $1, those options are worth at least 50 grand. Put, 1,500 bucks into it. Cosmo is back to 26 cents. So that might end up being the day trade of the day too. Obviously, these guys would have been the one to be into in an open. I found my opportunity today. It's not necessarily a day trade. I did do a day trade. We might do another day trade. But it's going to be this guy right here. Regular VWAP is right where it's trading at. Auto-anchored VWAP is down. That'll take a while to go up. I really like the auto-anchored VWAP. I can't see the order book because it went back to $3-something a share. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Robinhood. My camera's off. So I'm just going to get rid of that in general. But still. So all that being said, I might not do anything. I know this company likes to post news after hours, but I have exposure with the small account, and I just do not like the unknowns on this one right now. They're just too glaringly huge. They're huge. So I'm going to run through my watch lists, try to find another opportunity here. Oh, the markets are crap today. The markets are not doing good today. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin dropped to 63,000. The SPY is down to 750. It looked like it was making a run back up, but it couldn't quite do it. Yeah, the markets are not great today. I was not aware of this. Ooh, Blue Jay Diagnostics. Ooh, I was just looking at it. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Yeah, look at that. Cell walls. Yeah, it went from looking like, ooh, who's this one? Clear one. This is new. It looked like it was going from being like a pretty decent day here, and now it's not looking great. I still have found an awesome opportunity here, so that's sweet. I got my day trade in. Might just chill out the rest of the day, guys, or at least on trading, because this is not looking great at all. I got a side project that I need to get back into the swing on. So right now we locked in $100 in profit today, which is not great. I could have got more. I'm looking at the watch list, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of good stuff there. I'm seeing a whole lot of suck. Bitcoin did bounce off to 63, which is sweet. Yeah, I'm seeing a whole lot of suck. So, if it does turn out that we picked the winner of the day earlier, I'm gonna be great. That's gonna work out beautiful for me. And I'm not gonna sit here and watch a VOD all day. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think we're just gonna end the day trading live stream right there. Found a beautiful opportunity um, that could play out to the upside, something huge. We got our day trade in. We made some money, not a lot, unfortunately. I'm not gonna jump back into it because I have profit locked in on that now, and honestly, way more profit by far than I could ever make trading the stock itself. And that's how you do that. So technically, if I were to sell those options today, like let's say Cosmo does goes back to 36 cents a share, and those options, triple or quadruple, I can sell those today, and that'll be my second day trade of the day technically. So it all depends on how much money they print today. Obviously, if they keep announcing that they're buying up more and more shares, I mean, it's going to be a powder keg anyways, so who really cares? Yeah. The $15.5 million market cap. That means there's about 60 million shares in the float. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. $1 is not crazy here, people. So, yeah, that's that. Money Mike's day trading live stream bonanza. Spectacular. I will post some stuff to the Facebook later to let you guys know how that goes. But I'm looking at all these, and it's like, yeah, I could enter a trade on this right now. This drop is substantial, though. I do not like it. This Puala Penang company. No. Now, if the markets are going to crap, I'll tell you guys right now, if the markets are going to crap, and you made some money for the day, not financial advice, but you're watching these day trades basically all fall apart in real time. Like, that could not maintain the 59. This one's cratering right back down to its original price. Not only that, very few of these actually have good solid news. So that's the other problem too. You know, there's not good solid news. These guys lose money. I mean, they basically all lose money. They're foreign stocks. I was hoping today would be a better day than yesterday, but that's just not the case. And sometimes you need to know when to not trade. So of course we're gonna be, yeah. See, even Avant is starting to. So yeah, no one to walk away, no one to hold them, no one to